Good morning, YouTube. Yo, my name is Zan, Z-A-N-R-I-T-H. You're at my YouTube channel watching a video that I have made. Obviously, you clicked on it, or it autoplayed because you fell asleep on your keyboard. Either way, appreciate you. I am going to talk today about something that I skipped. This is a fellow YouTuber, I don't know if you are, a watcher, hopefully a sub. I believe your name was Avery. Sorry if it wasn't. Messaged me first thing this morning and said, "Hey, you got a good series going here with the Z125, but and I'm paraphrasing, but I was looking for information on timing, and you kind of skipped right past that. So today's agenda is going to be go to work that way. Head home on the Z125, of course, which obviously is running, and you guys are gonna, I'm skipping ahead in time, some sequencing things here, and we're gonna talk about the timing on this bike and how to set it properly, hopefully. Yeah, I gotta get the speedometer checked on this thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about how to set the timing from a rebuild perspective, as I did, which obviously my timing is set, so I'm just going to talk about what points point where the cam and crankshaft need to be pointed so you can get your timing right on your Z125. In case, I think Avery said, and if your name's not Avery, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember from this morning, I haven't had my coffee yet. Avery said that they have a box of parts and they're trying to figure out the timing, so getting that set's really important. So we're going to take off just a couple things on my bike to show you what you should be looking at, and hopefully this helps everybody else out there that's got some problems with timing. What happened? Why is there all this garbage in the road today? And that'll be it. And Avery, one thing I can say before we dive into the timing that you should check, if you haven't, and if your crankcases came together, and that is the left and right side of your crankcases, your cases, not crank. If your cases came together, is re-torque your cases together. My cases were loose and I was leaking oil since day one, but I couldn't identify from where because it was just seeping between the cases. Crank those together. Get your repair manual out. Figure out what the I don't know. I'm going to say 16. I'm probably wrong. What pounds of torque is, and torque those things down. Mine were not torqued. Okay, let's dive into this.
Yeah. Evening, YouTube. Zan again. As promised, if you guys watch the intro to this video, we're in the garage. And Avery, got your name this time because I checked my my thing. I apologize for skipping over the is it gonna work? I don't know if the screwdriver's big enough. The timing on a Z125 Pro, and that you needed it. So, Avery, this one's for you. First off, you're going to take off the cover, which allows you to turn the engine by hand. You take off the timing. That seemed really loose. Probably should have been that loose. The timing inspection cover. Looks like I used a 14 mil flathead. 14 mil. That's all I've used so far. Then, obviously, if your engine's already apart, you don't need to do all this. It's already apart. You come to the front cover of the motorcycle over here. I think I'm pointing to the right place. It's got 4 bolts on it, 8 mils. I hit my light. Oh, and we're leaking oil already. Beautiful. Never taken this off with the engine together, so makes sense though. There's oil in the engine now. So we'll get our good oil catch down here, which actually had a lot of gas in it, and I forgot to empty it, so it's all odd now. I guess when we're in here, we can inspect some stuff too, right? Right. All right. So first thing you want to do is you need to set the engine to top dead center. That's what we took this cap off for. Clean up everything as we go, just because it's been a second. That's not a lot of oil up in the top end of the engine, obviously. So I need to get a socket that goes in here that I can turn the engine. So make sure first off you're in neutral. Again, if your bike's in pieces, who cares? Perfect number. Yeah, okay, we're good. So what you want to do is you want to set this to top dead center, and I'm going to take a picture of this when I get it to top dead center. If I get it to top dead center, should be right about, it's either there or I'm 180 degrees off, and I'm going to guess I'm 180 degrees off because I didn't see it. Oh, there, no, that's E. Oh. Okay, let's get that lined up. I was lining up the wrong mark because I'm an idiot. Okay, YouTube, let's get some pictures. I guess what I could do is just pull this from the manual too. Okay, so I've got the two covers off, and from the photos that if I can't see via the video, I'll edit in some other photos, or I'll edit in the photos I just took. So in here, there's a line that goes across. It's got a T and a line. The line has to be as centered in the middle of this as possible. So if you have your engine casing off, you obviously can't see it. So what you do is just pop the engine casing on, tighten it down enough so it doesn't wiggle. Man, I swear I just built this thing. Why is it so dirty already? Oh yeah, so it's still leaking oil. So back to what I was talking about instead of distracting myself here. And I'm distracting myself with more stuff I'm finding out I did wrong. I think that thing's gone. Okay, so there's a T in here and a line. The line has to go straight across the top. When you do that, on the cam shaft sprocket, there's this little white mark. Yours might not have a white mark, but there's a line underneath that mark. And I hope the camera picks it up. If not, I took the picture. That then aligns with a little knob up here. Get this in here. There's a little knob up here. That has to align with that. That way you know you're solid to go. You're solid. You're aligned. That is your timing. Those two have to line up. I'm not a timing expert. I've messed up timing before on other engines. This one I got perfectly on the first try by reading the book. The service manual, that is, the Kawasaki service manual. And they're all over the internet if you need one. I'm not going to tell you to pirate it, but I got mine from a respected performance engines dealer. It was on their website for free to download, so I'm not going to link it to you. You guys can Google search it. But that's it. That's as simple as the timing is. Every rotation, that's top dead center. And if you need to check your timing, I guess what you would do, and this is not expert Zan, but this is just Zan talking, is you'd hook up your timing light to the other side where the spark plug is, and then shoot it. I stop hitting you guys off stuff. Shoot it down here and watch that timing light come on. That would tell you if your timing's correct for ignition. As for up here, I would have no idea because that's going to spit oil. But if you got a service manual, you can probably look in there and they'll help you out. Then, you know, obviously, you got to get all your cases back on before you run the bike. If not, it's going to shoot oil everywhere, which I'm not going to say I've ever done that before too, but I've done that before too. So, yeah, that's today's episode. Very short, very quick, very simple, but something important I did glance over because I was trying to hold a bunch of things and do a bunch of things at once, and yeah. So, there you go. Hope you guys, I hope Avery, it helps you, and I hope anyone else who watches this, it'll help you. I'm going to add a snippet of the book, the repair manual in here too, just so you guys can see the page I'm talking about. It might explain things better. It might give you the actual names of everything, like timing cover, camshaft cover, and then whatever this guy is, the crankshaft cover. Right, this would be the crank casing cover. Make sure I got the oil on it. Make sure it's wet up a little bit. Clean. So I've been Zan. You know what to do. Watch my videos if you like them. If not, whatever. I've got a lot more coming. I've got 5 or 6 minimum that I've recorded that I got to get time to edit these, but working on bikes. And as of right now, there's like 3 more on this because it's running and it's back together compared to the last video you guys saw. But, you know, don't worry about that. We'll talk about that. Plus all the other things I've done to it. And this is just plastic, FYI guys, so this is, just be careful with that. I don't want to over tighten it either, but it seems a little loose, and so is this. They probably get some aluminum upgrades for those. Alright, so I'm done talking. I'm going to keep tightening these up, and I'll find the torque spec for these later. Get them back on. Everyone have a good one. Ride safe. Rebuild stuff. Avery, hit me up with any questions you have. I got your back. I will answer anything I can figure out. And as always, peace out.